How to Market Your Product and Make Sure It Sells by me, Sam Onigbanjo, author of 37 Business Thoughts and the authority guide on digital marketing, as well as being the chief coach of the GBP Mastermind Business Group. Today in this webinar, I'm just going to share 3 simple concepts with you. And if you can take out time, pen and paper, and write down these concepts and copy these, it will surely make your marketing job much easier. Key to shifting or selling any product or service is your marketing message. It's the primary thing. It's the number one job you have, marketing. Irrespective of what you've made or how you made it, if you cannot shift it, you're not going to go very far. So I'm going to show you my strategy, my method. Here are my 3 M's. First is your message, then your market, and your media. Without these 3, it's going to be almost impossible to shift a product successfully. And I'm going to give you an example of how these things really work. You see, when you're dealing with a message, and by the way, a message is a string of words, a sequence, that always has a differentiation in the middle. And it has a reason for the reader, your audience, to take action. It has something that's emotive, that's new, that is different, and causes them to feel the need to take action. That's what a message is. And here's an example now. You come to light and you use social media to broadcast, or you use YouTube Live to broadcast, and you have targeted your audience. You've targeted your segmentation. If you don't know how to do that, listen to my next point. And you come across and you open up with your webinar. The first thing you do isn't to talk about your product, is to talk about the benefits. The benefit for the end user. And for you to actually get to understand how this works, you have to, for a moment, stop being the producer, the manufacturer, or the CEO, and transport yourself from who you are to who should be using this and why they should use it and what kind of amazing benefit it will give to them. And then you apply this question. So for example, if I was focusing on the health sector and my audience were people that were trying to lose weight and live a more healthy, longer, and just more vibrant lifestyle, then I would start and I would say how to lose 100 pounds without giving up your favorite food. You see the how to and the without. That's how you hook people with a headline that engages their hearts and their minds, because they know that they want to lose weight, but their greatest fear is them giving up what they delight in. So if you can create the win-win in your message, you're onto a winner. Second thing you do in your message is you ask questions. And one of the most obvious questions you have to ask is, what's your biggest question about losing weight? Tell me. And they start to tell you all these things. You put these things together, and I have this special tool that if you put it together in, we will show you a 5-step system that would transform any set of questions into perfected messages. Messages that when people hear them, they will jump to them, right? 2, your market. Where do your people gather? Huge question. How do you connect with your people? Do you go door to door, country to country, city to city? Or is there a way that you can stay where you are and get the people from the 4 corners of the world to gather towards you? This is what segmentation, targeting, and sub-marketing is all about. Don't let the big words scare you, because there is a simplified system that at the touch of a button can help you bring all these people together so that you have an audience, the type of audience that you require, and then you can actually start to push your message toward this focus group. And for some people out there that say, well, I can sell to anybody, I can sell to everybody, I can sell to the entire world, you're probably saying the truth. But there's a question here in your market audience. you have to realize that in that same market, there's some people that are actually looking at this very moment to buy what you have to sell, and they have the money, they have the effective purchasing power. And there's some people out there that think what you're doing is a good idea and that someday they will buy it. And there's some people that are looking at what you have and they're trying to find out how many other people can do the same thing. Now, you tell me, of the three sets I've just described, which one of them would you really want to be in front of you right now? I bet you'd say A, the ones that really want your product and are willing to pay right now. That's it. So in as much as the entire world could be people that would buy your stuff, when you're segmenting and you're targeting for your market, you're looking for your hot market, people that want to buy your stuff right now and have the money and the means to afford it. Okay, so that's your market. The third M is your media. 20 years ago, we spoke about media. We would have said, let's look at some of the best newspapers out there, television and radio stations. But today, marketing has changed. Those mediums still exist, but the difference is the return on investment. $1,000 or £1,000 invested in traditional media will not give you the same type of returns as $1,000 or £1,000 invested in digital media. And by digital, I mean everything on the internet. I mean everything concerning Google and YouTube, and I also mean everything concerning social media. In this course and in this drill down, we will show you how you can drive down the costs of attracting, engaging, and converting your target audience with the right message, from becoming an audience out there to becoming clients in here, paying clients. These three things are the core of any marketing strategy. And you stay with us here in our drill down. We will show you exactly how to utilize these things. But before I change this page, I just want to tell you a quick story about someone who was involved in marketing, and he had this huge budget, and he said, well, I have the money to put in it. And he had 10,000 and he just put it into marketing and said, hey, take it and do this stuff. And this guy looked at him and he smiled and he said, this is not going to work. And I laughed as well, because sometimes when people have needs, they have this emergency and they think, well, we need to do something, we need to create a visibility. What they tend to do, and I hope you don't do this, and if you have done this in the past, it's time to change. They just tend to take money and throw it at the problem. So just take this money and do something about it. And it's almost the same as, someone waking up one night at home and realizing that there's a broken window in your house, and you look out and you find out that someone's broken in, and you take out your gun and you're going to stop this intruder because it's your house, right? They have no rights to be there. And you just walk into the room and you start to shoot, bam, 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 bam. And you're thinking that, well, I've shot out 7 rounds. That should have killed the person. But on the other hand, if you put on the light, you can see you shot, smashed the television, you smashed the family portrait, you shot up your own settee, and even worse, you shot someone that you actually love in the house. He was probably, going to get a glass of water. Now, why do I say this? I say this because some people, when they say they're delivering marketing and advertising, they do it unfocused. And that doesn't work. You can't just put money on the media and expect magic to happen. For media, markets and messages to convert, they have to be targeted, they have to be specific, they have to be measured. And these are the things that we're going to teach in this next series. If you think that targeted marketing and returns on investments and making money for your products are a must, if these things are a must for you, then definitely I want you to stay on. If they're not, you can stop this video right now. You see, because what we're going to do is we're going to help everybody out there that's interested in growing their markets and selling their products utilize the scale for sell methodology. And what that means is how we can take one system that works once and multiply it to work 100 times, then 1,000 times, then 10,000 times, then 100,000 times, and on to the millions. It's all about the scale. Before you can scale anything, it has to work on the micro level. It has to work in the segmentations. It has to work in the sub-markets. And for that to happen, like I said, your 3 M's have to be in place, which is A, your message, a different type of message that has a call to action. B, your market, the sub markets, the target markets have to be in place. And 3, your media. You have to hone in. Put these 3 together and you'll have a system that no one can stop. If you want to know more about this, all I want you to do is one thing: click subscribe below. Watch out for our next message, and I'm going to share with you shortly how we can make this happen for you. Thank you. It's Samuel Banjo here, and I hope to see you on the other side. Take care. Bye-bye.